Yo, what's up guys, your boy Nitrostorm here, welcome back to umamusume. So, think of this as a follow-up to my first video for this video series regarding Kitasan Black. This is the reasons to skip video, following up from the before you pull video for Kitasan Black. So, in this case, this will be a kind of a quick video, mainly because there's not really that many reasons why you would skip, but I will be providing reasons as some of them may be pretty good enough reason to actually skip the banner. So, first of all, the first thing is, well, if we consider mathematics, you know, the statistics of the rates, considering it's a side games banner where there's no 50-50, there is no pity, it's only a spark system. In this case, after 200 pulls, regardless of how many Kitasan you get, at 200 you'll be able to exchange 200 pity for one copy of your choice between Satono Diamond and Kitasan Black, and obviously in this case you'll be choosing Kitasan. Now, obviously there are more people that will not be able to MLB Kitasan in 200 pulls, and as a free-to-play, you know, there's going to be that kind of thing as well. And so you might think, oh, it might be better off waiting for those that are getting their own MLB Kitasan, listing it as a friend unit, and then you will use that one instead, whilst having your own just one copy of Kitasan just to save up in the future and getting that limit broken over time. But a lot of people will argue right now that you're better off trying to get your own Kitasan, as many LBs as possible, because that will allow the friend slot to be a more flexible position that you can choose to either get maybe an MLB Super Creek friend or an MLB Fine Motion friend for the wit, and so on and so forth. But the upcoming reasons to skip will be a response to that argument, and in which case the first of the two is being an Uma enjoyer. So this part of the video may be a bit spoilers because we're going to be going through characters that are released in the JP version. If you do not wish to see them, then feel free to jump to the next section of this video through the timestamps system in YouTube. But in any case, I'm about to show them now in 3, 2, 1, go. So, JP has been out for a number of years now, and if we scroll down a little bit, there are a healthy amount of Umas out already, and just by skipping the banner for Kitasan, well, we're going to be skipping a number of characters already. So you probably have already skipped TM Opera O, Mihono Bourbon, Hayahide. We're also going to be skipping, in this case, Tokai Teo and Mejiro McQueen, who are going to be featured alongside the Kitasan banner as well. And then we're also going to be missing out on Smart Falcon, who I believe is your first extra 3-star that is a dirt specialist. As you can see, A in dirt, because so far we've only have B dirt racers that are not 3-star. I mean, yeah, we only have 3 dirt racers that are B, like 3-star dirt racers that are B. We only have Haru Urara at the moment that is an A. But yeah, we're going to be skipping out on a lot of banners already. For example, Sumamaru Zensky probably coming not too far away. And then we also have Oguru Cap. This one is a bit further away, so I think you can still save up for that one. I think for Sumamaru Zensky, you can still probably save up for that one. Seiyun Sky also, you can probably save up for that one, but considering the number of Umas in between, you might not have 30k by then, but you know, we'll see. And then the second of the two reasons why you would skip this banner as well, that would make sense, even though people argue to have a more flexible friend slot, is if you don't really care about PvP. Because technically speaking, the main reason that people are pulling for Kitasan to begin with is because of the performance that she provides, the value that she provides to your deck, as well as the training enhancements, the improvements to your training experience, you know, the amount of speed they can get, so on and so forth, the amount of times that you can get into the speed slot very, very, very often. So, you know, taking advantage of those diamond friendship trainings as well. just to get better stats, really. And getting better stats just basically means, you know, better legend races, I guess, better legend race performance. And basically just doing better at PvP to get better weekly rewards, so on and so forth. You know, gotta get that class 6. But, you know, if you're not really too fussed about getting good, being OP, you know, and like PvP and that sort of thing, you can basically just do fine either skipping it fully or just pulling for 1 copy and then just settling with using SR cards, because SR cards are still strong. Do not underestimate SR cards, especially if they are max limit broken. And there we go for the first 3 reasons. So far we have higher rates of not getting MLB in 200 pulls. Another one is being an Uma enjoyer, preference of pulling for Umas rather than support cards. And another one is not caring about PvP, and you're already enjoying yourself with your SR cards. And then if you're pulling for 200, you're happy with the result regardless of how many Kitasans you got. Now, the final reason is actually related to banners. So in this case, as you can see, because the banner is a double SSR banner, right, the rates are now 0.5% each. But if you go to the next banner coming up after Kitasan, so as you can see, this card right here, the Yukino Bijin SSR Intelligence card, because the banner is normally, because banners are normally 1 SR, right, 1 SR and 1 SSR, right? So you can see 0.75, 0.75, 0.75% rate for an SSR, because the banner only features 1 SSR and the other featured is an SR card with 2.25% rate. And that is one reason that you may want to forego this banner, because you are losing out on basically a third of the usual rate up percentage for a featured SSR card due to the fact that there is a double SSR banner. So if you're one of those that prefer consistency over, you know, this, then you could consider waiting, either just skipping the banner entirely, or just wait for like a 0.75% rate up, as you can see here, with the Super Creek and the Tazuna card, for example. And then because you would have your own, theoretically, your own MLB Super Creek, then you can just use a friend Kitasan that is MLB who did the hard work for you, and then you can still have a very good setup ready to go with this as well. So, you know, that's things that you can consider overall. But in any case, that's about it for this video. Please let me know what you think. Overall, there are reasons to skip for Kitasan, and one of the major reasons is the, you know, is the enjoyment of the game. Like you might not need or want, you know, to do very well in general. Like you're already having the enjoyment as is. It's like, you know, why do I need to get good when the game is already enjoyable? There's no need to go this far for training and so on. You know, it's not really a big deal if you're not like at the top in PvP and so on and so forth. You can still get top in PvP anyway without Kitasan. I think a lot of people will just say that it's a bit more difficult, stuff like that, because your friend slot is now limited to just Kitasan for the time being, and then you'll have to get your own support cards for stamina or power or wit, stuff like that. So, you know, overall, I wouldn't sweat it if you're planning on skipping. You know, you know what, I might even say based if you're skipping. So, you know, there is that. So do let me know what you're going to be doing down below. Let me know your thoughts. But if you are pulling, as I said in the previous one, I wish you luck. It's been your boy Nitrostorm. I'll see you guys in the next stream or video. Peace.